Hello, my co-hosts. Hope you're doing well. I'm your host, Tyranno-senpai, and welcome to another reaction video. And today, Goji Center has uploaded part 2 of Jurassic World Deaths. And today, we're going to be looking at 8 horrible ways to die in Jurassic World. Part 2 in-depth analysis. I am so excited about this. You guys really blew up the first one, so I'm really excited to be checking out this one. I think this one is actually on Isla Sorna, and I took a quick look at the comments, and apparently Altiori, Every Night at Riot, JC Entertainment, and Dante Dodson are actually test subjects in this video. I don't know what that means, but I can't wait to find out, because I love Altiori, I love Dante Dodson. I watched a little bit of JC Entertainment, but Every Night Riot, I have never really... I'm pretty sure I've subscribed, but I just haven't watched a lot of them. But I'm looking forward to watching this. I hope you guys are too. So, without further ado, let's check out some more ways to die in Jurassic Park. All right, let's get into the gore. Oh, that's a sweet. Is that the new
Previously
logo?
on this series, we visited an island full of bloodthirsty creatures who can put a brutal end to anyone who crosses their path.
I remember.
But today, we will be visiting the most dangerous island in the Jurassic Park franchise.
Shut up, Amanda Kirby.
Welcome to Isla Sorna, the host of some of the most brutal deaths
My favorite
ever
death
seen,
in the whole
featuring a
movie
crazy
franchise.
roster of oversized and savage creatures that can erase you from history in a split second. Join us as we put
Well, I see
4
Dante.
mischievous test subjects through extremely brutal simulations, all just to show you what could happen if you butt heads with any of these dinosaurs. This video will get pretty graphic, so make sure you sit back, hold on to your butts, and get ready to witness the absolute worst 8 ways to die in Isla Sorna.
Whoa! Yo, what is this place? And why am I wearing this?
Looks like some sort of facility.
I don't like the look of this.
Nah, this is gonna be exciting. Come on, guys.
Welcome to the Goji Center simulation platform. You guys have been selected amongst thousands of applicants to serve as demonstration assets for a documentary.
Let's go.
We ask that you stay put and please cooperate. Note that these are just simulations, and you will be given the chance to respawn at the end of this session. The Goji Center Research Facility thanks you for your cooperation.
No, shut the fuck up.
Whoa, what did he mean by respawn? And
Whoa.
what is
Hold on.
this?
No. I don't want to do this anymore.
He said we're in a Goji Center video. Do you have any idea what they do to people in Goji Center video?
Number 1, Stampeded.
Oh, no.
If you've seen Jurassic Park: The Lost World or Jurassic Park 3, you'll know that this place is full of herbivores. A lot of them. But the problem with there being a whole bunch is the possibility of being caught up in a stampede. Meet the Pachycephalosaurus and the Ceratosaurus,
Oh, 2
Hadrosaurid
dinosaurs
that
this time.
coexisted in the open plains of Isla Sorna. A single one of these wouldn't do too much, but if you're stupid enough to casually walk in the middle of a herd of these and stir up trouble, prepare to die. Being in the middle of a stampede would make you run the risk of 2 things. Getting trampled, obviously, but also getting punted across the field while screaming in intense pain. Let
Punted?
us explain. We'll guess that many of you haven't seen a horse go right through a human being, but here it is. Sorry. Now, an animal that is well over 20 feet in length running at high speeds will do more than just send you flying, but break every single bone in your upper body, including your ribs. Now, there's more to this. Rib fractures such as these are known to penetrate the lungs themselves, flooding your lungs with blood.
No.
Oh, poor Altiori.
Job description.
You will be left on the floor unconscious from the shock. Won't be able to wake up due to your inability to breathe properly.
Oh my God.
Slowly but surely, you die. Unless you get stomped on the head, of course.
Ow!
Number
Oh, the
3,
head!
Nipped
The
apart.
head! No! I don't like the head. Is that JC Entertainment? Oh no, he's dealing with a copy. No.
Those of you who remember this film will also remember Dieter Stark and how he was sent to the afterlife in a very messed up way. The culprit? Compsognathus, or more commonly known as Compies, were one of the smallest dinosaurs in this franchise and also the most fragile. But don't let these little guys fool you. Together, these small dinosaurs can bring down something as large as you. These guys are armed with small but sharp teeth in their jaws, claws sharp enough to get a good grip on you, and friends that can cut you down one slice at a time. But the real killing comes after you eventually succumb to what is known as swarm tactics. The practice of literally swarming the prey or enemy until they are eventually overwhelmed and can't do anything about it. As we can see here, Dieter Stark fell prey to these little guys, not because they were stronger than him, but because there were more of them. A good number of these will eventually nip you until you bleed out. And eventually, after so much nipping, one compy will be able to cut into any one of your veins, which causes you to bleed much faster. Combined with your rapid heart beating, you'll lose consciousness in no time.
We got me at once. This is outrageous. Get this thing off me. Down you go, Center.
Number 3.
What about the Venom?
God.
The Venom should
In the
have killed
previous
Velociraptors,
episode of this
I guess.
series, we were introduced to Isla Nublar's Raptor variants. But one of the most interesting things about Isla Sorna is that it also housed different variations of velociraptors. In the Lost World, we were introduced to the tiger-patterned male raptors that lived in this zone of the island and specialized in preying on animals that wandered too deep in these grassy flatlands.
Yep,
On the
remember that.
other end of this island, we find an even more peculiar breed. Raptors with a narrower snout, very sharp claws, and a really violent personality. Let's go back to the events of Jurassic Park 3 and use this dude as an example. Udesky. After getting ambushed and knocked down, this velociraptor handicapped Udesky by clawing him on the back.
Wait, why am I on the floor? Someone help! What's that? Hey, this job
This
I hate.
large claw was
Oh!
capable of piercing deep, possibly close to or into the left lung, leaving Udesky immobilized due to hemorrhagic shock, but not dead.
I thought he was
His
paralyzed.
raptors left him alive in front of these people in an attempt to lure them down to the ground where they would get attacked. This failed, but the intentions were clear. After the humans were no longer a viable meal, this raptor finished off Udesky since he was no longer useful as bait. Brutal, right? The raptors on the other side of the island were no different, except these guys would lay low and ambush people using the cover of the tall grass, bagging people in astonishing numbers. Number 4, Bloody KO.
Bloody KO.
We're going back to herbivores for this one because the dinosaur we are about to show you will
Pachycephalosaurus, my favorite herbivore.
would. Meet the Pachycephalosaurus, a
poor
medium-sized
Dante.
dinosaur that could potentially measure up to 15 feet in length and be as tall as a human. But this animal doesn't need to be this large to send you packing. In the film Jurassic Park: The Lost World, we catch a glimpse of a small to medium-sized Patchy that was being captured by InGen operatives, or an attempt at that. This animal's very thick skull is attached to the vertebrae from the bottom instead of the back, so when it lowers its head, it can absorb a much greater impact. In this episode, you will be on the other end of this impact. So, what can an impact such as this do to you? Let's bring in our test subject to
Enough
demonstrate.
with this bullshit. I'm done.
As you can see, a Pachycephalosaurus of this size would lower its head low enough to strike anything in this trajectory.
What do you mean lowering its head? Why can't I move? All right, that's enough. Don't aim there,
If
man.
running at full speed,
Someone
something
stop
this
that
dense
thing.
would
I
easily
hate this
crush
job.
through the pelvis, pulverize any
Ow!
organs around here,
Ow!
cause
Ow!
trauma
Ow!
which would most
Ow!
likely
Oh!
rupture your intestines. This won't kill you though. Any strike on the chest would knock the air out of you, sink your broken ribs into your chest, and stop your heart. This is how
my
you die immediately.
balls.
If this small
That looks
Patchy
hurt.
can blow a hole through this door, best believe he'll be looking right through your body after he's done with you. Number 5, squashed. While it is true that a lot of these long-necked dinosaurs in Jurassic Park can easily snuff your lights out, there's another dinosaur on this particular island that can squish you and also send you flying. Meet the Pachycephalosaurus,
Oh, hell no.
one of the largest sauropods in this franchise, which is capable of growing close to 100 feet in length, a lot of which is made up by its tail. But how can such a slow, lumbering creature kill someone? Easy. Although this film did not show us how this Pachycephalosaurus bags people, this game does.
Oh, God.
Failure to accurately interrupt this animal's defecation will get you
I
straight
forgot
under a
about that.
pile of shit. Just kidding. Observe how one Pachycephalosaurus uses its full forward momentum
Oh,
to squish
I did not
these
need
guys
to see that.
inside this vehicle. This level, your objective is to avoid getting crushed by this animal's strong legs.
Nah, I'm good. I quit.
Standing in the way of this vertical trajectory means that you probably won't even feel your bones getting crunched to bits once its leg makes contact with your skull. If getting stumped wasn't bad enough, these engineered Mamanchosaurus had a long whip-like tail. Although different from the actual scientifically accurate Mamanchosaurus, a whip like this is believed to be able to be swung so fast that the end of these tails could break the sound barrier, meaning that being on the wrong side of this tail would tear you to pieces upon impact. The good news for you is that if you're hit on the right spots, you won't feel a thing.
I don't want to do this anymore. Stop this right now. I'm calling my lawyer. No!
No, don't respawn this one, please. Number 6.
That's horrible.
You cannot be serious right now.
Ceratosaurus?
You clearly lied in the job description. You know what? Screw this voluntary thing. I want to be paid. If this thing is going to eat me, I swear I'll report this place to the local authorities and shut.
This is the Ceratosaurus.
No one's happy.
An extremely intimidating looking animal, but picky eater armed with a mouthful of teeth, capable of cutting up and eating something such as you in one gulp. Had these guys not rubbed poop on them prior to this guy pulling up, they probably would have suffered the same fate as the dude who contributed to
like
this
shit.
pile of crap. Stay tuned to see what we are talking about.
Oh,
These
I know who it
muscular
is.
dinosaur jaws are wide enough to fit your entire upper body inside its mouth. Its strong neck muscles will allow this thing to rip your upper body up. Believe it or not, this method of killing won't kill you immediately. You'll be able to look down at your lower body.
Oh,
This animal's
that's
throat.
horrible.
Once you lose enough blood, you'll lose your consciousness and then die in pain.
That could still.
But there's another dinosaur in this island that actually kind of did this, but it was a lot more brutal.
T-Rex?
Number 7,
Ripped in half.
But we just saw someone get torn up. No, but not like this guy. This
Eddie Carr.
unfortunate fella had the unlucky privilege of feeding not one, but 2 T-Rexes. In this section, we will discuss how this guy died and how it felt to die this way.
Oh, no.
If you saw the previous episode, you'll remember that we learned that a T-Rex wouldn't need to exert its entire bite force on a small human. A subtle bite would have done the trick. Same applies here. We're going to watch this in slow motion. First, we see how Eddie was lifted up with ease by his leg.
Yep.
And it just so happened that the T-Rex's teeth made contact with his tibia and fibula, possibly fracturing them both. Believe it or not, this was the most pain Eddie felt throughout this process. Why? Watch closely as he gets tossed midair and then with these huge jaws gets caught once again, but on the upper part of his body.
Wait, no, come on. Why do I have to play the part of Eddie? I deserve better than
Having
this.
many 6 to 12-inch teeth puncturing these areas
Neck.
would
Oh.
very quickly shut you down.
Eee.
Luckily for Eddie, he didn't have to feel the other T-Rex grab his other leg and rip it off. At first glance, this looks like an excruciatingly painful way to go, and it was, but not for long. The next creature on this list will boast many
Spinosaurus?
more ways to kill. Before we continue on, and while we clean this mess, we're going to quickly go over some honorable mentions.
Ooh, honorable mentions.
In the previous
Okay.
episode, we discussed 3 dinosaurs with really messed up ways to cancel your family tree, but they also show up on this island, but different. Let's begin with Triceratops. While Nublar's trike specimens were up to 30 feet in length, these Triceratops were a whopping 35, just 2 feet shorter than the juvenile Rex from JP3. Another
Except it wasn't a
oversized
juvenile.
dinosaur here is the Stegosaurus, which measures approximately 33 feet, but in Isla Sorna, this thing was as long as a T-Rex. Yes, you heard that right. This thing was huge and a bit more temperamental. Perhaps the most interesting of these variations is the Carnotaurus. This is what it looked like in Isla Nublar, but according to the novelization of The Lost World, there were a couple of Carnos that looked like this. And these were able to blend in with their surroundings, making them all the more dangerous.
I remember
Check out
that.
the previous episode if you haven't to find out the gruesome ways these things could kill. Time to move on to the next dinosaur.
Is it over?
I hope so. This place sucks ass. Bunch of freaking commies doing commie bull.
So, who here is not subscribed to Goji Center?
Wait, no. I was just kidding. I'm subscribed.
Number 8, mutilated. In this island, there was one dinosaur whose mere existence disrupted the ecosystem of this entire biome. The Spinosaurus. During the events of Jurassic Park 3, it is mentioned that this Spinosaurus was well over 40 feet long, and fully grown, it could have measured even longer.
No, you don't even have to lie anymore. You can't lie to me, you Goji Center people. I know what y'all finna do to me. Y'all gonna feed my ass to that Spino.
Something very important to note is the fact that this Spinosaurus is completely different from the real world and scientifically accurate Spinosaurus we know today. This animal's shape and form has changed so much throughout the years that in a few days from now, this model will probably be outdated. The point is, because this Jurassic Park Spino was reconstructed in this fashion, it is much better equipped to hunt down and kill fast-moving prey and kill larger dinosaurs such as this T-Rex. Meaning that so far, this Spinosaurus is known to be the most dangerous dinosaur in this island. But let's go to the killing simulation platform. Focus your attention on these two weapons. Its long jaws and its large, sharp claws. These jaws are much longer than the T-Rex's, allowing it to catch little creatures such as you a bit more easily on a horizontal axis.
You bastards! I hate to...
Which is what happened to Cooper. The fast snap of these jaws would immediately crush your ribs and vertebrae. Your organs, including your heart, would have been obliterated due to the shock of these jaws snapping shut. But this animal has other ways to kill. Take a look at the size of these claws. A single claw is large enough to pierce a hole through your upper body, and with the force behind the blow, your corpse would be torn apart with a single strike. But the real reason why this dinosaur is on top of this list is the fact that running away from this animal is almost impossible. In this franchise, the Spinosaurus proved to be a vengeful creature, chasing these humans through land and water until it was finally repelled by fire. What other dinosaurs in this franchise do you think are more dangerous than the Spinosaurus? Do you think we will see something truly stronger than the T-Rex, the Indominus, and the Spino? Let us know in the comments. Please make sure to subscribe to be the first to be notified when we drop the next video in this series. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
So, that was part 2 of the horrible ways to die in Jurassic Park, or well, now Jurassic World. Oh, that was quite gruesome. Where do I start? I am a bit disappointed that Goji Center did not bring up the whole venom thing. Like, in Camp Cretaceous, it was pretty much confirmed that compies had trace amounts of venom in their teeth, which would also explain why Dieter was overpowered. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, but it's not that big of a deal. I also do like the fact that the Spinosaurus was included in this one, which is always good. Didn't realize the Spino was that into mutilation. That is pretty graphic. And the Pachycephalosaurus attacking the balls? I was clutching my nuts. It was just, that was just horrible. I don't like hits to the face and hits to the nuts. Those are the two things that I don't like seeing. Now, if it's meant for like comedy, like getting hit in the face and getting hit in the nuts, that's fine. But getting injured, like seriously injured, to the point where like you're either like seriously wounded or you're dead, that's rough. That's really rough. And then the Velociraptor, I thought they paralyzed him. I didn't realize they might have actually punctured the lung. I didn't really think of that. But yeah, that was way to go, Goji Center. I really like that one. I hope to see another one of these. What else could they do? They haven't done anything for the Allosaurus. They haven't done one for Sinoceratops. They haven't done one for Pseudoceratops, although those Oranosaurus. There's so many more ways to die than just that. There's so many more. I'm pretty sure we're going to get another more when Jurassic World Dominion comes out. Because I'd like to see the death for the Therizinosaurs. I'm pretty sure all they can do is just slash you and you're done. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's reaction to Goji Center's 8 Horrible Ways to Die in Jurassic World Part 2. If you did, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Link to the Discord in the description down below, as well as the original video without my commentary and without my reaction. And until next time, this is Tyrannosaurus signing off. Righty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.